Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Oshiomhole blames Governor Godwin Obaseki orders for his ordeal. The national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Adams Oshiomhole, has put the blame for his recent ordeal on some leaders of the ruling party. That includes the governor of Edo State. In his first public reaction, a day after the Federal High Court suspended him as the chairman of the ruling party, Mr. Oshiomhole said he will overcome his ordeal. He spoke on Thursday to journalists after a meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari in Aso Rock Villa. The meeting held shortly after another ruling by Justice Louis Adegbon of the Federal High Court in Kano, affirming Mr. Oshiomhole as the chairman of the party. Although both are high courts, Mr. Oshiomhole said the Abuja court that ordered his suspension lacks jurisdiction since the police and SSS joined in the suit are federal institutions. I don't understand that. What's the difference? It's just Nigerians that they have their own way of doing things. We'll continue. Mr. Oshiomhole, you will recall that I was here 2 days ago to brief Mr. President, as I always do on matters concerning the party. Just yesterday, Wednesday morning, suddenly I saw the news that Federal High Court has suspended me as national chairman, and that the persons who went to court includes one of my vice chairman, Northeast, one Mustafa, national vice chairman, and 4 others. I was taken back into the same suit. They joined the APC and police as the DSS. Our lawyers told me that in law, when you sue a federal agency, Federal High Court has no jurisdiction to entertain it. Why? Number 2, the purpose suspension of my person by my word. First, it's not even though I am going to give you a document to that effect so that you can form your own opinion. Thirdly, I am not an officer of my ward. I am the national chairman of my party, elected at the national convention by over 7,000 delegates. So, how can 9 persons sit down somewhere and propose that they have removed a national chairman and the court, contrary to its logic, all judiciary proceedings conform in granting an internal interlocutory order to stop me from functioning pending when the matter is determined. In other words, he has given the ordeal. In other words, he has the order without the fact being laid before him, and in the process adjourned the case to 7th of April. The calculations are clear that between now and April 7th, my opponents in the system would have an ample time to do all the mischief plan they have in place to destabilize the APC, because some of them have membership of more than one political party. But happily, this afternoon, a federal high court that I believe has jurisdiction. So now only Oshiomhole and Buhari determine which high court has the power as high court, right? Now, wow, let's continue. I believe that has jurisdiction on federal issues. So the one Abuja don't have jurisdiction on federal issues. Noted, we'll quote this in law in time to come. On federal issues, because the DSS and the police are not state instituted but federally instituted, has given a affirmation order to reinstate the so-called suspension that was alleged imposed on me by my ward in Edo State. I thought that I had a duty to brief Mr. President as the overall leader of our party about this development. Incidentally, when I requested for the audience yesterday, I wasn't sure that what has happened today will happen, but I had a duty to inform him about the court order. But happily, before coming here, the order from Federal High Court that made nonsense of what the Federal High Court in Abuja proposed to have done has already settled the question. And I show to the President the resolution of my ward, even though a ward executive does not have the power to remove a national chairman. Just to say that the document that we have said clearly that our ward passed vote of confidence on me. How can the court now declare a vote of no confidence and twist it to mean there is no confidence in me? Only that judge can explain it to himself. But the good news is that this is not a final court ordeal. It's only court incident. It's only court matters. It is just the court that didn't have the jurisdiction even to listen to this matter. And our lawyers so pointed it out, but the judge was determined to oblige those who has called for my suspension. Let me also say that those behind this plot, the hands you saw, which include, as you saw yesterday, you saw the Edo State governor and his people jubilating. But that is the irony of life, that you will help give birth to a child and the child looks for cutlass to want to chop off your head. It has happened in history. It has happened in this country. So I won't be the only person, but there are others forces. You see me from whatever reasons as threats to them. And those leading this anti-Oshiomhole campaign, some of them, I empathize with them, cannot even boast of a councillor in their state, even as they lay claim to leadership position in our party. I am proud to say that I have done my best, not only when I was a governor, I have done my best as a chairman of this party. I have worked not only along members of the party and with support of good people of Nigeria, but the president to be re-elected for us to have majority in the two chamber of the National Assembly. I've also worked hard to deliver my unit, my ward. I worked hard my local government. I worked hard my federal constituency. 3 of them in my senatorial zones. I also worked hard my senator. This fighting for me cannot deliver even a councillor of a local government in their unit. And they just feel that if they cannot give me orders, then they must do whatever it takes to embarrass my person. But I believe that he who God stand with, no man born of a woman can bring him down. I can't say more than that. Those who are parabolating themselves, holding meetings at night, my prayer to my God is that let them meet at night. What they do at night will be destroyed by light in the day. I don't go for night business. I do my business in the day. They know themselves. They know me, and I don't know, and I know them. Why they want me out? You see, there is an issue in this country. People want strong leadership. An average Nigerian wants to have a strong leader for Nigeria. They want to have strong leaders in various institutions. They want institutions that are strong enough that cannot be controlled by individuals. That was why President Obama said, what Africa needs are strong institutions, not strong persons. Unfortunately, very few section of our elite wants to weaken institutions so that they can control. If you refuse to oblige, then they misuse your institution. Then they go for the joker. That is the only thing. Otherwise, I ask you, remember the confusion we had at the last NEC meeting? That meeting took place exactly a week or about 10 days after we had won Kogi election, Bayelsa election, before the court took it and demolished it to someone else. Yet, in the face of the victory, people said Oshiomhole must be removed because we have done more one than ever. But you see, whatever you do, those who wants to fight you will fight you. But I know that my tenure will not be defiled by any man. I will continue as the APC chairman until my tenure is over. Well, guys, you've heard it all. This is Adams Oshiomhole blaming some individuals, especially Godwin Obaseki and others for his ordeal. He said he has done so much and does not understand why they want him out. I would like to hear your thoughts on this matter. Please leave me a comment. Don't forget to like and share. Now, please, people, I would like us to talk about seriously this issue of two federal high courts, one superior to the other. I don't understand it. If you're a lawyer out there, please, can you make this more explicit so we can really get what it means? They say Federal High Court Abuja, the one in Kano has more rights than the one in Abuja, so I don't get it. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless. Have a good day. Bye.